to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined in New York by Skye Nicolson. Skye, this is your third fight in America now. Happy to be back?
So happy to be back. I absolutely love it here, especially New York. There's just like this special buzz around fight week in New York, and I'm so happy to be here.
You've taken the New York Knicks style. I've seen your shorts, so I got a sneak peek of those. Is that going to be your thing going forward now? Are you associated with the Knicks? Are you a Knicks fan?
I'm a Knicks fan now, yeah. I'm trying to get to the game on Sunday night after the show this weekend, so no, I'm a Knicks fan now. I came out of the New York Rangers jersey, my last fight in New York, and wanted to do something different this time, so I opted for the Knicks, but yeah.
Going forward for you, this is another step up here against a 7-0 opponent. What do you know about her, and how are you going to exploit those weaknesses on Saturday night?
She's young and hungry. She's an all-action fighter. She comes to fight. She's going to want to sit in the pocket. She wants to sit on my chest and let her hands go. So I am expecting an all-action fight, which I'm quite excited for. I feel like my previous professional opponents have kind of sat back a little bit. They know I'm a counter boxer and haven't been as aggressive. So I'm quite excited to have an aggressive style opponent. I feel like I'll be able to showcase a lot more of what I can do having someone come at me. But no, I'm excited. I think she's coming to win. She's a highly ranked opponent, and I'm excited. Someone's O has to go this weekend.
A friend of yours, Alicia Baumgartner, goes for the Undisputed on Saturday night. How do you think she fares?
How do
you think she fares on Saturday night?
Oh, I'm really excited for her. She's in such a good place mentally, physically. She's had a great training camp. I was lucky enough to go and finish camp there in Detroit with her. No, she's confident. She's ready. I think she's in for a tough fight. I think Mekaled's a very tough opponent. She's going to come to win as well. But I love Alicia's mindset. She's very chilled. She's very laid back, and she gets in and gets the job done.
I listened to your interview with Ariel Helwani. You referred to not really being into boxing too much, not watching boxing. Explain that to me, because it seems weird to me that, you know, if you are studying video and stuff, how do you enjoy it and how do you engross yourself in the sport if you aren't really interested in it outside of your own fights?
I actually am interested in it now, but before turning pro, I didn't watch much professional boxing at all. I was a very casual boxing fan. But obviously now being so involved, being at all the shows, studying opponents, and obviously trying to adapt and change and add things to my style, I'm watching a lot more professional boxing now, and I actually love it, surprisingly. But yeah, I think because I started boxing at such a young age, it was just like boxing. So when I wasn't in the gym or at an amateur boxing show or at a training camp, I didn't feel like watching boxing. It was like I needed to not think about boxing. So for me, I didn't really get excited about watching professional boxing. It wasn't really something I was interested in ever doing. So for me, the only boxing I really watched were amateur boxing tournaments that I was attending, or watching video footage of potential amateur boxing opponents. So before 12 months ago, I barely watched professional boxing at all.
Crazy to hear that. In terms of this fight night, and you've been involved in a lot of big fight nights, but this is a heavily dominated women's card. Is that something that you're proud to be a part of?
Yeah, of course. I think Matchroom's are really showcasing the strong female stable they have on this card, which is really exciting. Not just the undisputed fights, but also us coming up, me and Ramla. I think it's going to be, a really, really good card, not just for women's boxing, but for boxing.
Going forward, 2023, we're into a new year. Where does Skye Nicolson want to be at the end of 2023?
By the end of 2023, the plan is to be world champion, if not unified, if not undisputed, by the end of 2023.
Some big goals. Would you want to be a part of a Katie Taylor card in Ireland? Is that a goal of yours as well?
Yes, definitely. I have already kind of put feelers out there with the team to try and make that happen. I don't think it will be for a world title fight, as I'm not sure what's going to be happening with the belts over the next 6 months, but I think it could be potentially a final eliminator or something like that, so I'll be getting quite close to my world title fight by that stage, so I think that'll be a great platform to have that fight on.
One final question. Will you be back in Australia this year fighting, or do you think that you'll be more so based in the UK and the US?
I think I'm probably going to be more based in the US and UK, but I know Eddie has plans to bring big fight nights back to Australia, and obviously being part of the Australian stable, I will be a part of those nights, so I could be back there. I don't know about 2023, but I definitely will fight in Australia again. I just don't know when yet.
Well, Skye, thanks for your time. We'll catch up again after Saturday night. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.